I'm Terry. Welcome to my workshop. I've got two models here that I want to show you. Both of these are Multiplex EasyGliders. This is the original EasyGlider, and I've had this one for a number of years now. And this is the newest version of the EasyGlider, the EasyGlider 4. Now, if you're looking at these and thinking that other than the propeller, they're very similar, well, you're 100% correct. But there are some subtle yet very important differences, and I'll explain a few of those in just a minute. But first, I want to tell you why this original EasyGlider is one of my favorite airplanes in my entire fleet. And I think it boils down to the fact that this is the model that helped me realize that there's more to RC gliding than just high starts and thermal hunting. Not that those things aren't fun, but there are a lot of other fun aspects to RC gliding as well. For instance, I've taken this model slope soaring. And also, this is the first model that I ever tried aerial photography with. Well, you can see where I hacked up the canopy to wedge a big digital camera in there. Another fun thing that I've done with this model is I've used an RC monster truck to tow it to altitude. Some of the most fun that I've had with my EasyGlider is doing aero tow. My friends and I have towed this EasyGlider and others behind about a dozen different tow planes. And to be honest, we probably have more fun doing the tow portion than the actual gliding. But the point of all this is to say that I've been a fan of the EasyGlider lineup for a while because I think it offers a unique combination of durability and adaptability and good flight performance that encourages you to try new and different things without really having to worry that you're going to break the airplane. I've taken the wings off to help illustrate some of the differences between these two models. Keep in mind that the core of the EasyGlider has remained essentially unchanged. What we're really talking about are refinements that have helped keep the design up to date. It is also worth mentioning that there was an interim model between these two called the EasyGlider Pro, and some of the differences that we see between these two models were actually introduced with the Pro. Okay, let's start with the obvious. The EasyGlider 4 has a folding propeller on the nose. Well, that's not actually a new thing. Multiplex offered a version of the original EasyGlider that had a folding propeller. It was driven by a brushed Speed 400 motor through a gearbox. I had one of those, and to be honest, the climb performance of that setup was, well, pretty lethargic. Now what we have here is a direct drive brushless outrunner motor that's spinning a 9.6 folding propeller, and the difference in performance is huge. I should point out that this is the receiver-ready version of the EasyGlider 4, and that basically means that it includes all of the electronics. Motor, servos, speed control, other than the receiver, it's all in there. Now, Multiplex also offers a kit version of the EasyGlider 4, which doesn't have any electronics. If you do the kit version, I would recommend that you get either this exact motor or one that's very similar to it, because the power system is extremely well matched to the airframe. One of my favorite features of the EasyGlider 4 is that the connections for the aileron servos are now hard mounted into the wing sockets, and that's very convenient. On the older EasyGlider, you basically had a long wire lead coming off the wing root. And as you assembled the airplane and got the wing close to the fuselage, you would have to fish this through a hole and down through the receiver near the nose. While that wasn't terribly hard to do, the new method is much, much easier. And for those of us who live in the north and often fly in the cold, that extra minute or two saved of not fiddling with tiny connectors and frozen fingers can save a lot of frustration. Another unique feature of the EasyGlider 4 is that the tail surfaces are removable. A single nylon bolt through the bottom holds everything in place. Now, the problem with this system is that the push rods connect to the control horns with set screws. So every time you reassemble the tail, you're also going to have to recenter the push rods, which means you're probably going to have to retrim the airplane. And because of that, I just leave the tail surfaces in place. The last difference that I want to point out is the improvements that have been made in mold quality. Looking at the original EasyGlider wing, you can see that the surface is pretty much polka dotted with mold marks. Now, I really doubt that that impacts flight performance at all, but it could be a cosmetic issue for some people. Comparing that to the new wing, you can see that the surface is now almost completely smooth. The few mold marks that remain are either very tiny or they're located in hidden locations that you won't see once the airplane is assembled. Now, at the field, the EasyGlider 4 retains all the flying qualities that I liked about my original EasyGlider. You can treat it a lot like a traditional glider by just launching it and looking for thermals, and the EasyGlider 4 actually has pretty good gliding performance. I've said it before. The great thing about EasyGliders is that they're capable of doing so many things. This model can do basic aerobatics. Loops, rolls, spins, inverted flight. It can do all of those things, either power on or in a pure glide. Now, I personally appreciate that I can mix up a flight with some thermal hunting and some sport flying. And of course, if you goof up and make that low pass just a little bit too low, or you botch your landing somehow, the airplane is tough enough that it's going to survive to fly another day. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my full written review of the EasyGlider 4 in Model Aviation magazine.